Good PM. In this video, we are going to discuss the classification of Acari, specifically superorder Acariformes or Actinotrichida, order Trombidiformes, suborder Prostigmata. So, Acari or the Acarina are a taxon of arachnids that contains mite in ticks. The diversity of the Acari is extraordinary and their fossil history goes back to at least the early Devonian period, or in Paleozoic era. In most modern treatments, the Acari are considered a subclass of the Arachnida and are composed of 2 or 3 superorder or order. These are Acariformes or Actinotrichida, Parasitiformes or Anactinotrichida, and Opiluacariformes. Next is the superorder Acariformes are diverse group of mites. So there are over 32,000 described species found in 351 families and an estimated total of 440,000 to 929,000 species occur, including the undescribed species. So the characteristic of this is that the mites belonging to this superorder are without visible stigmata posterior to coccyx 2, but never behind the legs. Coccyx of their legs are integrated with venter of podosoma. Short peritrim are sometimes present on anterior plate or variously elaborated on the cheliceraal basis. So the agnatosoma is with ring-like band of cuticle surrounding cheliceraal basis exposed dorsally, fused into a head-like capsule. The palps are well developed. The Acariformes, uh, palps are very developed. The venter of ectosoma of this mite is entire or provided with articulations, but never with a median denticulate groove or with device filled or of retors spines. 1 to 2 pairs of seal may be present, but many taxa are blind in these superorder Acariformes. The Acariform is divided into 2 orders, and these are Sarcopteriformes and Trombidiformes. The Acariform mite. Also, this is the Acariform mites. The order Trombidiformes. So, the order Trombidiformes is large, diverse order of mites, most noted for the economic damage caused by many parasite species. So, karamihan sila parasites. So mostly in these trombidiformes or mite under trombidiformes are economic damages. Also, the characteristic of this trombidiform is that their chelicerae are rarely chelated. Fixed digit often regress, and movable digit, usually a hook, a needle, or stylet-like structure. So, yung chelicerae nito is rare lamang yung chelated form. Tapos yung karamihan is that the stylet-like structure, which is in the yung makikita yung stylet-like dun sa picture. Tapos yung chelate dentate, no, cheliceralcita, yung Petralicus, Bimichelia, Pachygnathus, Alisus. So, yun. So, their pulps are simply or modified into a thumb claw process. So, yung trombidiformes is their pulps are simple and or modified into a thumb claw process. Their subcapitulum without rotella is also yung subcapitulum nila is without rotella, and the ambulacra of at least leg 2 and leg 3 is usually with two lateral claws and with or rarely without a median impodium. So, yun, meron ding yung leg 2 and leg 3 which is two lateral claws is yung mayroon yung mayroon yung mayroong may median impodium or meron ding konti lang yung medium impodium which may be pad-like or rayed and often armed with tenant hairs. So yung when it comes to tracheal system naman is the tracheal system is with one pair of stigmata opening between bases of chelicerae. So may opening sa between basis of chelicerae yung tracheal system nila. So or the anterior prodorsum is usually present and sometimes associated with peritoneum on the cheliceraal basis on the anterior margin of prodorsum. So this is the mites under example of mites under trombidiformes. So there are many examples of trombidiformes such as Demodex mite, eriophyte plants parasite like for example the spider mites, peacock mites, gull mites, red-legged earth mite, and etc. We have also the snot mites, jigger, hair follic mites, velvet mites, and etc. So uh, the order Trombidiformes have a suborder, and these are the Spirolichida and the prostigmata. The suborder Spirolichida is the tracheal system is absent, so the prodorsum is with 3 or 6 pairs of setae, including 2 pairs of filamentous, both radial cincella, and sometimes in a common pit. The chelicerae is a chelate and with elaborated dentation. So, the mites under Spirolichida, ito yung itsura na, halimbawa ng mites. And then, next is the suborder prostigmata. So, the suborder prostigmata contains of stocking member of the mites Acariformes. So, the tracheal system naman ng suborder prostigmata is with one pair of stigmatal opening between bases of chelicerae or an anterior prodorsum that is usually present. So, the prodorsum is usually with 4 or fewer pairs of setae. Example nito is the Rogidae. Then, the yung suborder prostigmata is it has a 3 groups. We have the we have the we have the anestina and eleuteringona and eupodena which uh, which which these suborders or group of prostigmata includes 36 superfamilies. This like Anistoidea, Arenoroidea, Bideloidea, Chelitoidea, Eriophyidea, Eretioidea, Euphodidae, Halacaroidea, Hydracnoidea, Hygrubatoidea, and etc. This this includes also the Tetranychoidea family, Trombiculoidea family, and Trombioias and the Trombidioidea family. And these are important superfamilies. These representatives includes a variety of terrestrial, aquatic, and marine predators, and phytophagous and saprophagous parasites. So these are the mites of the order Prostigmata. So they have 1 millimeter or and length or size. So these are the references. And this is classification of Acari Superoder Acariformes, order trombidiformes, suborder prostigmata by Judilyn Matias Bisa 3E. Thank you.